the steez on. Whatever, man.
Hey and hello from Radio Cherokee 103.3 FM. You're joining us live with the Radio Gals, Dee and Denise. You can tune us in every Monday at 10 a.m. thanks to our sponsor, the Tuesday Market at Tap Out, located just over the Feria Bridge in downtown Boquete.
Today is Monday, October the 18th. We have less than 2 weeks until Halloween,
Woo-hoo.
6 weeks until the U.S. Thanksgiving, and 10 weeks until Christmas. Right? Mm-hmm. The Handicap Foundation is in front of this with their Bizarre FFPE huge Christmas sale from October 18th through the 26th. decorations, toys, and clothes. Head out to Alto Boquete and look for the blue building across from Chopsticks Restaurant. Proceeds from the thrift shop go to assist the handicapped folks in our community, and the Handicap Foundation opens at 9 o'clock in the morning, except for Thursdays and Sundays.
We always want to say hello and thank you to our engineer Bolivar. Hello, hola, hola. He's the guy who gets our show out to all y'all every week. He's also hooked in with a great place just over the David Highway, Piquitas. Picatas. Tomato. He says they have the best burgers in Boquete. They open at 2 p.m. daily, 720-3208. Dine in or carry out.
And for anyone who is traveling up through Jaramillo Centro, please be even more careful. We had a huge landslide last Thursday right at that place where Parre is painted on the road, because, the right-hand side of the road is crumbling down into the valley. Fortunately, we saw a message from the mayor's office that the public work folks are going to start rehabilitating the Jaramillo corridors in the near future. But in the meantime, please go extra slow. Watch for more landslides, because we're getting a little bit almost every day with the rainy season now.
Scary. Our guest today is Argentinian artist Mateo Moreno. Mateo has a huge following here in Boquete, including myself. If you've ever seen the Panama Redhead mural at Big Daddy's restaurant, you've seen his work. Big Daddy's owner, Chris Young, says Mateo does amazing work and is a super talented guy. Welcome, Mateo. Can you start by telling us what types of art you create and how long you have been here in Cherokee?
Thank you for having me. Good morning. Well, I do mostly tattoos nowadays. It's the most feasible with the economy, but I do paintings in canvas, I do murals, I do drawings, any type of logo sketches, or even formation for logo and any type of idea that includes visual art. I'm all about that. I've been drawing since I was like 5-6 years old. Always was into it. I was into like artists like Van Gogh, Picasso, Dali, so I was always attracted to the art.
Are you self-taught, or have you also had training?
Well, self-taught, but inspired by my dad. Because my dad, he's an artist. He used to be a carpenter, but he would also draw, and he would do a lot of portraits. And I would watch him. So I'd be watching him, and I liked it. So and eventually I did it. I started doing it myself, inspired by him, and now I passed him up. And now I'm better than him.
And how did you get from where you were in Argentina to Boquete, Panama?
Well, my parents, they had a synthetic turf company in Los Angeles. So they were living over there. I was living in Argentina. And my dad got hired to do the 3 tennis courts here in Lucero. In La Estrella, yeah. Lucero. Okay, so since I already had experience with the work, my dad called me. He was like, hey, they're hiring me to do this job. Come meet up with us and you can help us out. And we see each other, because I hadn't seen him like in a couple of years. It was my brother and my dad. So we did that. They paid for the ticket. I came here and I saw Boquete and I liked it.
You fall in love here.
Yeah, exactly.
So easy.
So I had to go back to Argentina. We're here 11 days doing the job. But when I went back, I had already decided that I wanted to move here, and it was closer for my parents to visit from California to Panama than from California to Argentina, because that's a long distance.
That's a long distance. So how long?
So that was the reason.
How long you been here?
I got between 9 and 10 years now.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Have you all doing tattoos here the whole time?
Doing tattoos. Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Did you ever
and paintings?
Did you ever have a storefront, or have you always just go to people?
I used to be. Well, first at first when I first started, I was doing from my apartment. I had an apartment, and then eventually I moved to a house. But then I would also go to the client's home. But then I had a place, in front of Plaza Los Establos.
Yeah.
Where they're building right now.
Sí.
I used to rent a space there. So
really?
I was there for a while. I was there for about 2 years. Mm-hmm. Right dead in the center of town. And then from there I moved to where Segundo Frente is now.
Sí.
Second floor,
Yeah.
right in front of the park.
Oh, that's
I
where
was there
you
for
were.
When they
a
had
couple
the
of years as
when they
well.
had the cigar shop.
Oh,
Yeah, I was selling cigars
I
and
didn't know
everything.
that
That
was
was
you.
me. Mhm.
Oh.
Smoke shop, which I actually have the smoke shop and products at my studio right now too. So for all you smokers out there.
Cool. Where is your studio located now?
Right now, I'm at the Axe and Knife Barber Shop.
Yeah.
Diagonal
Yeah,
from
in
the police.
the Machu Picchu building.
Exactly. Next to Barra del Cusco.
Sí.
So I'm inside there.
Qué chévere.
So if you guys want a haircut, get your beard while you're waiting for the tattoo, you could also
So
go.
you know our good friends Rosie and Ronaldo Serracin.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We lived in their building in 2017.
At the apartments.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, they're real nice people actually. It was her birthday yesterday actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll try to swing by and say hey. She runs the Electronica Nacional,
Mm-hmm.
the little bookstore.
Same building.
Yes. Yeah, her sister lives near me.
I love how small this community
Yeah,
is. This is absolutely awesome.
It's a small world.
So, very cool. So for the tattoos, do you do all kinds of tattoos? Do you do? I mean, you're sitting here pretty tatted up yourself, and
Yeah,
Dee's got some of your work.
Yep.
I got a couple myself. I have this lady that says that I look like a map. She calls me the map. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, I do most styles. The one that I don't do or offer, and it's because I haven't practiced enough. But I know I could do it. I haven't had enough practice. But if I have any volunteers, do this style for free, I'm probably good at it. I don't do full color realism.
Which is
It's tough. It's color pictures, portraits in color, but I do them in black and gray, and I do all types of black and gray realism. I do Oriental, I do tribal, I do neo-traditional, I do traditional, which is old school, full color tattoos, lettering,
on behalf of
pretty much all styles.
on
I can
behalf of
adapt
the
to.
August ladies in our community who are having more and more trouble with eyesight. Do you do makeup?
Yes, I do actually. I do eyebrows.
How about eyeliner?
Eyeliner I don't do because eyeliner you have to do it with a microdermal machine,
Okay.
and I don't have that one. If I do it with the machine that I have, I'll go straight to the eye.
Bolivar and
I
I
could do eye tattoos.
Bolivar and I
I
were
want that one.
Bolivar and I were talking about it before the show because it seems that there's not a word for eyeliner in Spanish.
Delineador.
There you go.
Yeah.
What is it?
Delineador de párpado sería.
Delinear.
Because it's on the eyelid.
But normally, you hear like eyeliner.
Eyeliner. Yeah, they say it in
Spanglish.
it's used in English. Usually, in Spanish-speaking countries, they usually use the English
Spanglish.
expression. Spanglish, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
It is what it is. Well, hang on to that thought for just a moment. We're going to hear a little clip from our first song. It is the song is by Saving Abel, and it's called New Tattoo.
Good song.
Of course.
Sometime in the summer of '96, I was off on a road trip. A couple $100 and a case of beer. I saw Panama City limits where it all begins. to ear. I thought, hell, I need to try and get back there when she unzipped her pants and said, looky here. I got a brand new tattoo, all the colors in it remind me of you. I got a brand new tattoo, all the colors in it remind me of you. The blues for the bruise that you left in my heart, and the red is for the girl we're about to paint this town. Screwing out a new tattoo. One week past, woke up a day at work. I found my good time gone, and she took my shirt. Drove by all the places that we had been. There was the one where the windows red.
And welcome back to the Radio Gals with Dee and Denise. The Radio Gals are brought to you weekly thanks to The Tuesday Market at Tap Out. This weekly melting pot of culture, food, literature, and sundries happens every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Dee, who is our featured vendor today?
Well, it's David Renaga, and he has cigars and Panama Red rum, little bottles in a box with the cigars. So it's a great gift package to give to somebody that likes those items. And he's been a part of the market for many, many years. And so he is located in the Hex room right next to the beer refrigerators. So in the corner.
So me and all the men will know where that is.
Yes.
Beer and cigars. Good
Beer and
combination.
cigars and rum. So
And rum.
come by and check him out. He has some good prices and some interesting products for sale. You know, another way to help beautify our province is to lead by example on helping us to clean up. The basura I'm having a hard time today. The Basura Busters are back and cleaning up the streets of Boquete. Join them every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. in front of the Boquete Sandwich Shop. They pick up around Boquete for 2 hours, then meet back there for brunch or coffee. The Basura Busters provide grabbers, gloves, and bags.
We're here today with Mateo Moreno. I think everyone knows a tattoo when they see one. It's a form of body modification made by inserting ink, dyes, or pigments, either indelible or temporary, into the dermis layer of the skin to form a design. What you might not know is that tattoos fall into 3 broad categories: purely decorative with no meaning, symbolic with a meaning that's specific and pertinent to the wearer, and pictorial, a depiction of a person or an item. In addition, tattoos can be used for identification, such as ear tattoos on livestock, as a form of branding. So, Mateo, do you only work with humans or do you also work with animals?
Well, I tattooed my brother. No, I'm just kidding. No, for now, just humans. Actually, I would love to volunteer when they do the sterilization
The
to
animales.
tattoo the ears, because no offense to the person tattooing, but I can do it better as.
Well, maybe
Make it a little more fancy, you know?
Oh, I've got this great mental picture of dogs walking around going, "But have you seen mine? Mine's a Merino."
In manuscript. Nice little handwriting here.
All different fonts.
How fun. And is there a person, I'm not sure how the regulations are in Panama.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain age on the young end or a certain age on the old end that you cannot work?
Well, on the old end, you're never too old to get a tattoo. So there's
And I am living
there's
proof
no
of
limit
that.
there. For example, there you go. But as far as the young, when it comes to the young people, 15 or 16 would be a proper age, but only with adult permission, with parents' permission. And I think by 15 or 16, you're probably going to make a decent decision, something that you might regret, but not so much. I think if you're younger than that, you might get a pretty dumb tattoo, so I don't recommend between 15 and 16.
Do people still do tramp stamps?
It's not so popular, but yeah, so I had a couple of
That
girls
was
ask for it.
really big when,
I don't
gosh, I
reckon-
was probably the 80s.
No,
Yeah,
not as much.
90s, like 90s.
90s into
Yeah.
2000s. I almost got one for being a belly dancer, I was going to get one, really exotic looking. And then my boss said to me, you don't want to do that because you're going to be an 80-year-old lady with something on your back. You just don't. And I didn't until later on. I was 59 or something, and I went ahead and got a tattoo on my neck, and that was my first one. But they're like potato chips. You can't just have one.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's scary how quickly you can accumulate them. I have 7.
Once you get one, you see that tattoo and you're like, looks a little lonely. And then you find you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like,
Oh my God,
this
they're
will look
cats.
good here,
They're
and
like
this will look
cats.
good here. Yeah, they're like cats.
Yeah,
I got 2. I would have 20 cats. I only got 2 right now, but
yeah, it's just, you start thinking about what would look good. What do I want to represent? Because each one of mine represents something specific. And then over at a period of time, Mateo was having parties. And I went every time there was a party and managed to get a new tattoo. One time I got 2 of them. But
So how-
I'm done.
2 in 1.
So how do tattoo parties work?
Well, this was organized by a friend of ours, and they hosted it at the house. I was there tattooing. Whoever wanted a tattoo just came in, and I was tattooing all day while everybody else was partying.
Yeah,
Now, when I was finished tattooing, I was partying too.
it was fun. It was, but I'm done. I really am.
Maybe.
No. I haven't got any more spots. So I do mini.
I think
mini
you have plenty of space. You could always find another design.
Bolivar, do you have any?
No, I really want one. I'll be soon to have a date.
Well, there's
We'll figure something out.
there's so many different types. I mean, there's people that get like sleeves and all kinds of. Mine are like little mini ones, and I like the little mini ones. So mine can all be covered up, and you'd never know I had a tattoo.
I'm still trying to work up courage for makeup because I would really like eyebrows that I don't have to put on.
I did that. That's the first tattoos I have. So I
The
started
eyebrows,
out with
right?
eyeliners years ago, and then I have no eyebrows at all. So I got those. I get those done from a guy that comes in from Dominican Republic down in David, but I've had like 3 different people tattoo me here.
Nice, including me.
No, but I mean not the
The makeup. Yeah,
on the
I
makeup.
didn't do the makeup.
Yeah. So I like the makeup because I just don't have any eyebrows. They're like non-existent.
Oh, I have them, but they're blonde.
The way I do them, when I do eyebrows, I do, well, obviously we choose a tone, a color, and I do hair by hair with a super thin needle, the thinnest needle that we use, which is a 3. So it looks super cool.
Is
It
that
looks
the
pretty real.
microblading kind, or is that different? Because
It's similar technique, but I do it with the regular tattoo machine. But it's just hair by hair, so it's with a super thin needle. So once we find the shape, I do line after line after line, and it starts forming the eyebrow in a tone, darker tone. So, but if you look at it from a certain distance, you can't even tell that it's a tattoo. It looks like real hair.
Yeah, the problem, they have those microblading kind, but those go away.
Yeah,
They fade.
there's certain pigments, and it also depends on the person's skin and their organism. Like some people eat a lot of greasy foods, so their skin, when it heals, their skin kind of rejects the ink. If you drink too much alcohol, it dilutes your blood.
Their food makes a difference?
Everything makes a difference. Like the organism makes a lot of difference because,
It's
first
an
of all,
organism.
it's a cut, so you heal, and everybody heals a different way. There's people that have more sensitive skin. There's people that probably shouldn't even get a tattoo because, I mean, it's good to check with a dermatologist first. If you have sensitive skin and everything, it could be damaging as well. But most people can get a tattoo and they don't have nothing happens to them really. But everybody heals differently. Different time periods as well.
Yeah, what made you don't have any color. What made you decide to go all black?
No, I do
Oh,
have
you
color.
have a little tiny piece of red.
I have a tiger here that has color. I have this one. It's a little skull. I got this one at 4 a.m. drunk with my friend during the feria, Boquete Feria. We tattoo each other. He's a tattoo artist here too. His name is Jesus. Yeah, so this one we put a little green. I have a little red here. I have blue on this one.
Oh,
on the ceramic one,
okay.
the boxer.
Okay.
I have I like black and gray, but I put like little tons of color.
Do you have
Okay.
anything on your
Subtle
back?
Yeah, actually, I have a Soul Rebel
Uh-huh.
across my back in honor of Bob Marley. It's my favorite artist. So I got Soul Rebel, and then I started a samurai skeleton samurai piece on my back that a friend is doing for me. But right now I just have the skull with a couple flowers. But it's a samurai that's committing the
Harikari?
ritual.
Harikari.
Exactly. Harikari.
Harikari.
Which was they used to do that to maintain their honor.
Yeah.
Or before dying at the hands of an enemy,
Yeah.
they'd rather kill themselves. So hold on, I'll show you. I'm gonna show you.
Cool.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the back.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Right now it's just a floating skull. It's gonna cover the whole back,
Yeah.
Whoa.
and that's a soul rebel.
And the other cool part about this is if folks can't be with us today, this will be on YouTube later this afternoon.
Could
So you'll be able to see
when
that.
he-
Next, try to put it more in the center to see next
there you
time.
go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, perfect.
Now show us.
Because that is
Okay.
awesome.
Wow, nice.
So this one's in progress.
Yeah.
It's not a floating skull.
The problem is the tattoos hurt, and I am super sensitive, and he knows it.
I'm a
'cause
weenie.
If it is really now, some people I don't know how people can do these big tattoos where they're like black and everything. The pain is
it hurts.
intense for me.
Is-
I guess
Is there a difference in like if you had more black versus more of another color? Is there a
Well-
difference in the pain level?
Yeah, definitely. Because for example, if you're gonna pack an area of skin with just like full black, you have to saturate that area with more ink. So you have to spend more time tattooing there. It's gonna be a lot of
It's
needle
going to be
work.
intense.
It's gonna hurt.
now, have you had pain doing it? Does it hurt you when you get them?
Of course. yeah.
But some people
the
don't.
worst there. Some people are crazy. For me, I think it always hurts. I think everybody feels a needle. I mean, it's a needle going into your skin. You're gonna feel
Hang
it.
on to this because we're going to go to our a little bit of our second song. It's by Novo Combo, and the song is called Tattoo.
I know that if I let it go, then someone else is sure to know how you feel in me, the way that I'm growing inside. When things are said, you know the way that I play. It was you who made me understand that when I reach for you, you'd be there forevermore.
Welcome back to the Radio Gals with Dee and Denise. For more English language programs, keep your radio tuned to Radio Cherokee 103.3 FAMA. Listen to The Beat, DJ Mike Weber's Strange Brew radio show Mondays and Fridays at noon. Fridays at 10, there's Alsta Finale on Boquete Now. And Saturday mornings at 10, we have Dr. Shannon Tours talking with your doctor.
And we're back with our guest, artist Mateo Moreno. He is also a boxer.
Love it.
He's working at No Sweat Fitness in Plaza Anita, the Texaco station in Alto Boquete. He's conducting classes for adults on Mondays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Is it Mondays and Thursdays? Yeah.
Monday and
okay.
Thursday,
And then
5:30?
kids boxing on Saturdays and Sundays at noon. Amy Saunders, the gym's director, says Mateo is a great teacher. The kids are having lots of fun in his classes. They're gaining strength, dexterity, and lots of confidence. So tell us a little bit more about the boxing.
Well, my family, my mom's family, her cousins, they're all lifeguards in Argentina, in my city. And when I was there at the lifeguard club, they had a boxing gym. So I started going, and I trained for 4 years in Argentina. And then I came here, and a couple of years, like the second, third year that I was here, I met the boxing coach here. His name is Ramiro, and he trains boxers in Los Naranjos. He was training boxers at the time. So I started practicing with him because I already, I like the sport, and I like to do sports. I'm an athlete. So I started boxing with him, and eventually he convinced me, and I started fighting, and then I started fighting.
Are you now?
No, not at the moment. Now I'm teaching, but I've had about 20-some fights.
Wow.
I fought here and in Nicaragua once.
Actually,
when I got the Soul Rebel tattoo, I got that one in Nicaragua. 2 days after I got the tattoo, which is not recommended. if I would have been pissed at my client for doing that, but 2 days after the tattoo, I had a boxing match.
Wow. Boxing is so good for your body. It's just a workout.
It wakes you up. It gives you reflexes. It gives you a lot of lung capacity, so you're gonna feel like you're breathing every single drop of air that God brought to the earth. So yeah, it's a great sport.
And how did you
And if you want to beat up somebody,
Well, that appeals to me. So how did you wind up working with Amy? How did y'all connect?
well, I was I met her stepfather first. I tattooed him, and then I tattooed her, and then I painted a mural at her mom's house, Marlene.
Now-
At her house, but for Marlene.
Thinking,
So then
thinking of
from
Amy,
that we started. When I met Amy, she told me that she was a personal trainer, and she studied nutrition as well. And she showed me pictures of her change and it's amazing the change that she made. And she's super dedicated. So I really like that about her. And I told her I did the boxing, and so we're both into sports. We're both into training, and we just kind of connected that way, and it worked out. And when she opened the gym, I told her, hey, I'll do boxing classes for you.
well, I remember seeing her post on the tattoo. Something that might be a whole different aftermarket is the fact that you can fix tattoos.
Yes.
You can fix boo-boos.
Yeah, that's a challenge. I usually charge a little more for that. But yeah. I mean, I have the artistic vision, I think, to be able to turn some, no offense to people that have bad tattoos, garbage into gold. Most of them. Some are impossible.
Wow.
I remember, I think the photo I saw, she had two cats,
She had 2 cats
and
that were kind of like, they were not so great.
they looked kind of like smudges.
So what I did, I worked with the same cats, the shapes, and I did 2 silhouettes of cats, but we put like intergalactic sky scene in there with a bunch of color variations, little stars in white, and it looks great. They look good. And then it's the hairy cats. I forgot, what are they called? Calicos, I think they call them. The hairy
Yes,
ones.
calicos.
Wow.
So if you need to fix a tattoo, Let me know.
tell
Send
us
me
about-
send me pictures of your ugly tattoos.
Tell us about where the best place to have a tattoo and the worst place.
Well, depends how your mom feels about it. So if she's not into it, then you should probably have it in a hidden place. I think tattoos, I mean, it all depends on the person, the placement, where you want to have it, what you want to get tattooed, what you want it to represent, or if it's something that's artistic. If you want to show it off, then you obviously want it in an open place. When it comes to that, but when it comes to pain, I could give you the different places where it's gonna hurt like hell, or where it's bearable places. So, for example, anything in the arm, what's the outer arm, up to the bicep and tricep, all the outer area, and anything what's forearm and inner bottom part of the arm, up to the wrist, that's pretty bearable. If you get it on the inner part of the arm, like the inner part of the bicep, anything close to the armpit, you're probably gonna see a couple stars there. The rib area is pretty painful, and I'm telling you all this from experience too, because I have a lot of tattoos. The neck is pretty bearable until you get to the
Throat.
throat
Adam's
area.
apple?
The Adams, especially if you're a man, or a man dressed as a woman, then yeah, that part is pretty painful. Anything, the hands, fingers, anything from the ankle down, those are pretty painful.
Those are painful.
places.
How about the ears?
The ears? Then no, that's not too painful. I have a tattoo, like, okay, it's not quite the ear, but I have a tattoo on my eyebrow, and I figured face tattoo was gonna be pretty hard, but that was probably the easiest tattoo I had.
Well, you're a boxer. You've
I
already
guess.
had your head
Yeah,
beat in.
Good point.
I've
And I'm a
noticed,
soccer player, so I've been doing headers a lot.
I've noticed a big trend of big honking throat tattoos. Have you noticed that? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people. Look at that new one with Kourtney Kardashian.
She got a throat tattoo.
No, her boyfriend or
okay.
fiance, he's a drummer for some band. I can't remember which one it was. Huge throat tattoo. And it's
Yeah.
like,
Now,
wow.
Nowadays it's popular. I feel like, okay, years ago, nobody would get tattoos in visible places, but now it's becoming something normal. Tattoos are normal now. It's no more taboo when it comes to tattoos. So people are just getting tattoos that are visible. So throat tattoos, face tattoos, hand tattoos, they become normal now. So I think that's why you see more of a trend of throat tattoos.
Yeah. Do I understand that you're not supposed to get them on the bottom of your foot?
You shouldn't. It's really rough
Because-
skin, and
Would it just
The-
wear off?
most likely, yeah, exactly. The most likely situation is that you're gonna have it for about a month, and then you're gonna lose that tattoo.
Wow.
A lot of tattooers, they don't tattoo hands and feet. I do, personally, but I do give the warning to my clients that it's probably gonna fade.
I see a lot of ring tattoos now.
I've done a lot. Yeah, they look good for marriage,
Yeah.
engagement, marriage. Yeah, I've done a lot
That'd
actually.
be pretty cool. Have you seen the movie The Illustrated Man by Ray Bradbury?
No, I haven't.
You need to look that up, or at least read the book. It's very interesting about a man who's completely tattooed over his entire body, and the tattoos come to life and tell stories. It's very good.
That sounds crazy.
You should
I gotta,
check
I
that
gotta
one
see
out.
that. Yeah, definitely.
Rod Steiger, you'd not seen that one, The
No.
Illustrated Man? The book is wonderful, but the movie is really good too.
I
Ray
wish my
Bradbury.
tattoos came to life. That'd be cool.
I was gonna say that'd make drinking a whole interesting aspect.
Crazy, crazy experience.
Back to the subject of your murals. Have you done others here in Boquete, or is the Panama Red?
Yeah, actually, okay, Retrogusto. I don't know if you guys seen that. I painted the Retrogusto above. I painted that. Auto. I don't know if whoever's been to Auto,
I've been to Auto.
all the leaves that are scattered
Really?
around the wall.
Those
Monstro.
are you?
I painted that.
You know, I think he should have done, I think he did it wrong because it's an Italian place. I think he should have done all different sizes of 8s because otto means 8 in Italian.
And
So-
really,
Yes, it does. And so it'd be really
I
cool.
thought it was the driver from The Simpsons, the bus driver. I thought Davide was just a big fan of The Simpsons, but
I think that would have been cool to have just a bunch of 8s. Yeah, though you
That
did a
would've been
good job on those. Those
Thank you.
leaves are very pretty.
yeah, you could get lost in there, feel like you're in
You're in the
the
jungle.
jungle.
The big monstro leaves.
I love that restaurant. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, they got great lasagna actually.
Great
I
sandwiches.
dig it. The sandwiches too, yeah.
Yeah.
We have staff meetings there.
Yes, we do.
Really?
Yes.
If you guys need a guest, let me know.
Tell you what, hang on with that. We are going to hear a little bit from artist Siti, and her song is Tattooed on My Mind.
Maybe you'll soon forget about all, or maybe you'll miss it like I do. One thing's for sure, I'm unattached. I spend too much time thinking of you, and I can't get you out of my dreams. Now I know that you're the dangerous kind, and your smile is tattooed on my mind, and I can't get you out of my dreams. I don't wanna write, I don't wanna call, I would not know what to say. It should be you, that's how I want it to be. Tell me you feel the same way, and I can't get you out of my dreams. Now I know that you're the dangerous kind, and your smile is tattooed on my mind, and I can't get you out of my dreams.
And welcome back to the Radio Gals. And we do have a Spanish phrase of the day. It comes from actor Johnny Depp. Mi cuerpo es mi diario y mis tatuajes son mi historia. My body is my journal and my tattoos are my story. That's a good one.
It's a really good one.
And Mateo, you were telling us a little bit about the history of tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, so pretty much a lot of people nowadays, tattoos have gone through different stages of acceptance throughout the history of mankind, but tattoos have been around since men have been around, probably. And so I was telling Dee that when tattoos first became not really accepted, but something that started coming into the Western world, it was during the times where the British, mostly European sailors, started discovering the Pacific Islands. And when they reached those places, they met up and they saw the Maori tribes in the Pacific Islands. And those are people that their culture was really strong and based on tattoos, because whole families would have up to their face tattoos. The face tattoos, they're called moko, M-O-K-O. So pretty much you have grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, even the kids were tattooed. and each different pattern represented a different clan, and then each individual, based on what they do or what their function is in that society, had certain distinctive patterns or designs that would, differentiate each one. So I'd be like, oh, hey, he's Gonzalez. He's the baker from the Gonzalez family, He probably have a piece of bread with the Gonzalez on it. So then the sailors saw that, and they were intrigued. So and they started bringing a lot of the Maori people back to Europe. And so the sailors were intrigued, and they really got into tattooing. But what the sailors decided was like, we're not Maori. We're not going to get Maori tattoos. So we're going to start getting anchors. We're going to start getting ships. We're going to start. So all the old school traditional sailor-based tattoos, most of them came from there into the European world. And then at one point, this is some crazy stuff.
Nice filter.
So the collectors, thank you. the collectors started being intrigued by the tattoos as well. So they were paying for decapitated heads of the Maoris. They wanted the heads to collect, to dry them out. So pirates started decapitating a lot of Maoris. So the Maoris, in exchange for golden weapons. So the Maoris stopped. There was one point where they just stopped tattooing themselves, stopped tattooing their faces. That trend died for a while.
Wow. Well, it's definitely back because when I went to New Zealand, I saw them with their faces were tattooed.
Yeah, thank God nobody's chopping off heads.
Yeah,
anymore.
no more.
Thank God.
And I used to feel bad about rabbits' feet.
I'd still feel bad about that.
Yeah.
For a little rabbit.
So yeah, right. Wow. Well, I can't thank you enough. All of this has been really cool, and we have got to get in at least one more good song for you. This one is from Blue Oyster Cult. It is called Tattoo Vampire.
Nice.
Give me 2 seconds. Sorry.
It'll be Tattoo Vampire in 2 seconds.
And go.
I went down last night with a tattoo man down.
And we are back with we're back with a tongue-tied Denise. We are back with artist Mateo Moreno. Mateo, thank you very much for being with us today. Tell us how people can get in touch with you and what all you've got going on.
Okay, well, you can contact me through my Instagram, which is Tupac Tattoo, TUPAC TATU. And also through my WhatsApp, my phone number, which is 6755-2188. Or you could just find me at the Axe and Knife Barbershop at the Machu Picchu building. And just walk in there, ask for me. If I'm not there, get a haircut or get your beard done. And so those are the ways you can contact me. Also, I wanted to mention, if you want to visit, if anybody wants to visit Cerro Punta, Volcan, the other side of the volcano, that area, I have a tour company called Volcanico Tours where you can visit. That's right in the entrance, right in front of Tierras Altas. And you recommend that place. You guys should really visit. We have a little canopy line. We have a bunch of, it's called a rope park. So there's a lot of activity to do. We have a climbing wall as well. We have empanadas for sale. And all different types of tours that you can book there. Volcano, lagunas, sightseeing, everything. And in Cerro Punta, if you guys want to go visit Echo Treat, that's a place where you can stay in Cerro Punta. If you don't want to come back to around this way, you can stay up there. And we have a restaurant, sell pizza, hamburgers, wings, hot chocolate, berries, strawberries, anything with strawberries. And it's a really good place. So, and we also do delivery over there around that area.
Sounds
So
great.
recommended places to visit.
Great. It's always good to hear about new places we don't know of in
Great.
Volcan.
And that'll take us to our community calendar. Today, Monday, October the 18th, is National Exascale Day. It's a day that celebrates the scientists and researchers who make breakthrough discoveries in medicine, material sciences, energy, and beyond with the help of some fastest supercomputers in the world. One of the ways they do this is with grid computing. When your computer is turned off at night, you can give permission to some of these organizations to use the computing capacity that you have worldwide. I know that they use it in the search for extraterrestrial intelligence and for looking for the genome solutions for breast cancer.
Wow,
So that's some of the cool stuff.
that's crazy.
Monday night at Mesa Azul is prime rib night. You can get 10 ounces of imported prime rib beef for $19 with a salad. According to Chris Young, it's like meat-flavored butter and melts in your mouth. Reservation 6455-9988. Pickleball is back at the seminary in Alto Boquete. That's out there near the Minion Water Tower. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for advanced players. Tuesdays and Thursdays for beginners. Contact Bill Brick at 6455-8175. Dee, what's up on Tuesday?
Hey, you can meet up at La Posada every Tuesday about 4 o'clock. Grab a table, enjoy alternating evenings of trivia or bingo. For information, 730-9440. Claire Hazel presents speed dating. You got to be kidding. Really? How cool.
She is. She's putting it together.
The event will be held at
In Gadri?
Engadri at the Isla Verde Hotel with cocktails and hors d'oeuvres included $25 per person. You RSVP to Claire at 6623-8567.
Isn't that a neat idea?
I think it's great.
Yeah, I know Claire. She's great too. She's cool.
Every Wednesday at 4 o'clock, you can join the drum circle over at the Stone Cabins. The bar will be open and loaner drums are available. All levels of participants are welcome to come. You park at the Casa Vieja restaurant and walk across the footbridge onto the terraza. On Thursday, the BCP Community Chat will feature Bob Hopkin. That'll be at 11 o'clock in the morning. He will be speaking about archery and the story of the longbow. You can get reservations at www.eventsboquete.org. The suggested donation is $2 for this, and there's an entire calendar of the speakers that are available. If one is full, you can actually sign up to be on a waiting list because they are still monitoring the number of people that can attend. For the month of October, the Boquete Library presents the pictorial exhibition Regatos from the Pescado series, which is oil and acrylic, by writer Joaquin Gonzalez. Doors for that open at 3 p.m. And then Thursday afternoon at 4, the Boquete Fotografia will have their club Zoom meeting. You can contact Patrick Allen Reynolds at gmail.com for getting into that session. And then we got Dee's favorite day, Fridays.
Yep, we got the Volcan Friday Market at Corazon del Cilio from 9 to 11. Vendor space is always available and free. Just bring a table. Tierras Altos Reciclaje. That's not the say. That's spelled a little differently. In Volcan.
The Recicla?
Recicla. Okay. In Volcan from 9 to 2. Then that's behind the Junta Comunal de Volcan. The Boquete Recycling at the fairgrounds is from 9 until 2. Now, this was interesting. I was there on Friday, and it was pouring rain, and people were lined up to drop off their stuff.
That's dedication.
That's dedication, but the thing is that makes the workers work out in the pouring rain. And I said, we're not going to work in the rain. So if you want to come in the pouring rain, if we're still open, then if you want to sit there and wait. Now, it was like 20 minutes and it stopped and it was fine. So if it's just a light little sprinkle, I mean, that's not a problem. But we all know that pouring rain.
The cow peeing on the flat rock.
Yeah, the cow peeing on the flat rock.
Got to consider the workers.
Yeah, consider the people that were out in the rain. So just if you do come during that time, please be patient. And if you want to wait, that's fine. Otherwise, come back another day. We have live music from Monkey Nerve from 5 to 8 at the Boquete Brewing Company. Mesa Azul is lighting up October with Latin line dancing classes. All you can drink mojitos and margaritas, $10. Electric violin with Denzel, 5:30 to 7:30, 6455-9988.
On Saturday, the First Children's Choir of Boquete will be at the Boquete Library. It's free, aimed at children 8 to 14 years old. Saturdays from 1 to 4. Just come by the library to join in. At 10 o'clock over at the Hotel Ladera, Gina Wong is doing Zumba classes. That is $7 per class, and there's limited space, so you need to contact Gina at 6437-0565.
Looks like she's bringing back Pilates, too.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think that's still going to be on Saturday.
Can I just say something?
Sure.
I think the mojitos at Mesa Azul will help the dance classes. That's a good combination. Help you loosen up.
I love it. Aceite de mover. Get your party clothes on and join the Amigos de Animales on Saturday the 23rd for casino night at the Animales building in Alto Boquete. That's across from the Yvonne grocery store. $20 for a night of gambling and prizes. You can get tickets to that at mailboxes, etc., Mike's Global Grill, and at the Tuesday Market.
Now, I'm actually going to be a dealer at that, but is it going to be a costume thing? Because I saw an ad and it said they were going to have prizes for costumes. So I'm kind of confused about that, because if it's a costume thing, woohoo!
I was going to say, do you know anybody that can help, Dee?
Yeah, I got
and
lots.
where could they pick up their jewelry?
I have darling Halloween earrings at the Tuesday Market. This is my last week. Tomorrow I will be going away for a month, so if you really want some cute Halloween earrings or something as a gift for people going back to town, back to their home place for Thanksgiving or whatever, please stop by.
And then Saturday, October the 30th, the Halloween costume party and dance will be at Tap Out from 5 to 10. Prizes for the best costume, $5 tickets to enjoy DJ Mike Weber, and a portion of those proceeds will go to support the dog camp. This one will be brought to you by Utopia Concierge and Tap Out.
And speaking of them, they are going to be with us next week.
Oh, that's right. Leslie's going to be joining us.
Leslie King's going to be joining us and talking about the new business, Utopia Concierge.
Fantastic. Well, if you have other community events or something that you just want to shout out in Cherokee, drop us a WhatsApp to 6456-8539. Makes us feel all warm and fuzzy to plug all this good stuff that's happening here in Cherokee.
So thanks to our engineer Bolivar, today's show will be available on YouTube. So catch us next Monday, where our guest again will be Leslie King.
And thank you very much for being with
Yes,
us today,
thank you,
Mateo.
Thank you. I
And-
really enjoyed it. Had a great time.
And we'll see y'all next Monday.
Ciao.